Okay, listen, we've done this whole lawsuit, the Hot Girls Read lawsuit, where somebody tried to copyright the phrase Hot Girls Read, which is crazy. It didn't happen. They realized they were stupid. Yeah. I'll leave a link down below to that video if you haven't watched it already. But basically, someone tried to trademark Hot Girls Read, and it's such a common phrase, and it was dumb, basically. Turns out, you know, that it isn't such a unique idea to try and trademark another common phrase, because another influencer thought of doing exactly the same thing, allegedly. Mia, or Maya, the person we're talking about today, has also tried to trademark words like belief, self-love, and confidence. So Mia claims she invented walking, right? Specifically, a hot girl walk, or hot girl walking. Yeah. Okay, this will all make sense. Take a look.
Have you ever heard of the hot girl walk?
Hot girl walk?
Yes, the walks you go on with your friends to get an iced coffee.
So just walking somewhere? Just walking anywhere?
Well, meet the creator of the hot girl walk, Mia.
Mia, this better be a fucking joke.
Trademark.
Yes, Mia created the hot girl walk during COVID to spice up her daily walks and give new meaning to what it means to be hot. Hot girls focus on
The things you're grateful for, your goals, and how you're going to achieve them, and of course, what makes you hot.
Mia posted this on TikTok in January 2021, and her life hasn't been the same since. She worked in corporate tech sales for years before she decided to build what the hot girls were asking for. Hot Girl Walk hosts monthly community meetups in Los Angeles, York City, Miami, and
That's kind of nice, and I hope she's making a lot of money so her dogs are treated well.
Whoa, we can't talk about that yet, but we are announcing about a dozen new cities coming soon.
Hot Girl Walk has worked with some awesome brands, and Mia spends all day on meetings working with her marketing team.
No marketing team.
PR team?
No PR team either.
Can I at least call HR?
Sorry.
She's not completely solo. Hot Girl Walk has incredible ambassadors in each city.
And I can't wait to introduce you to our new Hot Girl Walk ambassadors.
She still somehow finds the time to Hot Girl Walk 15,000 steps and share with you all of her favorite tips. So do you think I can go on a hot guy walk?
I had $1 for every time I heard that joke.
Okay, so here's the deal, right? She's hot girl walk, fine, nice. Women getting together, walking for a cause, whether that be for self-improvement, just like getting out the house. What's it called? For mental stimulation, you know what I mean? Or just, it's nice to do exercise, it's the point of trying to get across, for mental health. Maybe just to meet other people. It gives charity, non-profit, you know, good causes, raising money for good causes. That's what I'm thinking. I haven't looked into it. Let me turn on this frog. There was a sneaky trademarked hot girl walk in there, but listen, we know from the other last video, the hot girl reads, but you can't technically trademark this. So, and it's obviously not very unique because hot girl everything was a hot girl something, you know what I mean?
I created the hot girl walk, and one question I get all the time is, did you invent walking, or do you think you did? So let's talk about what it's like to create a viral phenomenon.
So I think what hot girls walk or hot girl walk isn't walking. I think it's like a whole thing. It's like a everything they showed in that thing before. That is hot girl. It's a business, right?
Said this story a million times on my page, but I created the hot girl walk when I was at a very low point in my life. It was COVID. I was going through a lot. At the time, there was a huge stigma surrounding walking. Nobody was walking for fitness or for fun. It was
I don't remember there being stigma around walking. Do you? What?
COVID, and so walking
Maybe where she lives, actually. We're different countries, so maybe there
only existed as like the post-dinner thing that your mom made you do. And it sounds so dumb looking back on it, but people were not really walking for fitness like that. So
No, they were, though. People started walking during COVID because it's all they could do. To get out the house, you were allowed to go on like exercise walks, right? People were walking.
I was looking for ways to deal with stress. I was pointed a lot to running, but I just simply could not get into running. And then I realized, doing a lot of research, that walking actually had a lot of health benefits. And then I realized,
is this satire? This has to be satire. I realize that doing a form of exercise has a lot of health benefits. This can't be real.
the thing that was holding people back from going on long walks, and that was Well, what do you do when you're alone with your thoughts? So I created a 3-step methodology to
True.
think about first the things you're grateful for, next your goals that you have achieved and that you want to achieve. And after all of that, you have a mix of dopamine and endorphins pumping through your veins. And I always say you think about how hot you are, but it's really this confidence and dopamine burst that you get after doing those things.
That's
I
nice.
jokingly started calling these my hawker walks. It was what my parents knew them to be as and my friends. And I shared this with my sorority sisters who were doing them all the time during COVID at their homes. They were
Okay, so let me break that down. A hot girl walk is going out and not just walking mindlessly around somewhere or not just listening to music or an audiobook. It's, which be careful if you do that. It's thinking about having a moment to think about your goals, your achievements, your what you've done today, all this kind of stuff. That's quite nice. It's quite nice for somebody to say, you know, when you go on a walk, think of this. This is your time to self-reflect. That's nice. That's nice. Hot girl walk isn't quite literally the invention of
the
walking.
ones who encouraged me to post about this on TikTok. And before I did a little quick Google search to see if anything like this existed, anything, the word hot girl walk, anything like that. And there was nothing like it. So I posted about this on TikTok and it totally blew up. And because I created the Hawker Walk, I trademarked it too. This way I can keep control over the mission of the Hawker Walk, which is to keep fitness accessible and inclusive. We host Hawker Walks around the world. Head to our Instagram at Hawker Walk to learn more. And happy Hawker Walking!
Okay, listen, isn't it fact that she can trademark that as a company name in terms of what it does? So she can trademark Hot Girl Walk. I know somebody watches this who is a trademark attorney, right? If you comment on this, I will pin it. Can she trademark Hot Girl Walk? And listen, we all know I don't claim to have your answers and everything, right? This is just me reacting to what I see instantly. So please don't take this as, you know, court level advice. But she can trademark Hot Girl Walk in terms of the business that she is making it. So she can trademark it in terms of charity events, maybe a podcast, maybe something like that, right? But other people can say Hot Girl Walk. No, I don't know. I don't know. Loads of people have stuff to say about it. People thought her trying to trademark the phrase Hot Girl Walk was a little bit insane, including this content creator.
Legally, I'm not supposed to say this is a hot girl walk.
I don't know if you know this, but Hot Girl Walk is trademarked, so you're not allowed to use it. I personally didn't know that, so when I wanted to host the Hot Girl Walk event, they told me to take it down immediately. So instead, this is a high-temperatured woman walk, which got the message across, and in my opinion, was a lot better. This was
Love a high temperature women walk.
It's a free community walk with girls in the DMV area. It was such a beautiful day for a walk, and after we got to socialize, eat, drink, and get refreshments from Alpha Foods. We're so excited to host the next one, so make sure you follow us for upcoming dates.
Well, this is a nice thing to do. Why can't people reach out to Hot Girl Walk and be like, can I host my own Hot Girl Walk? You know what I mean? Can I host that? That can be a thing people do, right? Like, remember in school, all the schools, like, especially in England, we used to do, what was it called on sports day? There was a sports thing, and it was like a national incentive, and you would all do sports and get, what did you get? A banana. I can't even remember. But like, okay, so other people want to do these hot girl walks around the rest of the country. When someone is like, I'm going to do a hot girl walk, why doesn't the person who owns Hot Girl Walk say, okay, can you put maybe our logo up, our Instagram, our socials and something? If we're doing all of this for a good cause together, why not let it stretch out to other parts of the country and have other people host those kind of events? I know it'll get to a point where you can't really have jurisdiction, is that, you know, over what goes on at the event, but then there should be some communication there. No, okay, what are you doing? What's going down? What's your plans? Here's what you can and can't do. Make a list of what you expect from people hosting these events. You know what I mean? If we're doing it for a good cause, let's not let the good cause stop with just us.
So this is Mia, the woman who trademarked and copyrighted Hot Girl Walk.
Oh, so Mia said something. This is so shady for no reason, lol. I actually coined the phrase hot girl walk and filed for a trademark shortly after posting my first video, and I host events all around the world for free for women rather than, and it doesn't go on.
And I don't know at what point my video seemed kind of shady. Maybe it was in the beginning where I said that legally I'm not supposed to call it a hot girl walk, which is...
I think it was changing the name or something that is very similar to the thing that's trademarked. I don't give a fuck, but I just think that's what she's saying.
True, I'm not, because you would come for me, and all the girls that were there knew, because I started off as Hot Girl Walk. All the girls that came there knew it was a Hot Girl Walk to begin with. So I wasn't gonna continue saying this was a Hot Girl Walk. I had to let them know that I'm changing the name and I can't use it anymore. The other shady thing I would probably think in the video was that I said that the name was better. I mean, if I think the name that I choose is better, that's a personal opinion.
Absolutely.
I don't think it was shady at all. Like I said, this video was not coming for you at all. It was just a video that straight went to, hey, I can't use this, so I'm turning it into something else. If it's shade, if it came off as shade, I apologize, because that's not what I intended to. Like, are you in your right to legally copyright, trademark whatever you want as long as it's available and you can? Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't. But two things can be true at the same time. If you can do that, I have every right to also express my frustration and express that, like, hey, like, I personally don't think it should be trademarked, but, you know, it is what it is. And I do support women businesses. And if I didn't, like, I would have, like, I didn't even direct traffic or hate towards you. Like, but I think I can also be frustrated and express my.
This is what I mean. So why doesn't Mia, reach out to this individual and say, I've seen you're doing Hot Girl Walk, just so you know, this is a trademarked thing. And we all know from the other video, if you're going to trademark something, you can't just let people off occasionally. If you're going to double down on that, you have to double down on everyone and say, no, you can't use this. But why can't you say to DK Fit here, why can't you say, but we would love to have you as an official host of a Hot Girl Walk in your area. What we will do is send you signage you can use. We will send you all this you can use. Make it an official event. If you are truly, truly looking at helping out the world, doing something good for people in all parts, like she says, she does it in all parts. Okay, someone wants to do it. Somebody wants to get a group of women together so they can go on a walk, think, talk, chat, whatever it is they want to do. Why don't you say, okay, well, let's make it an official one. This is what I want you to do, if you don't mind. She clearly has a charitable mind, this person in this video here. Say, do you mind jumping on a call with me? Let's talk about this. Let's get this right. Let's do this. Come on now.
My frustration too, you know? Like, I didn't know who you were. I wasn't throwing hate. I wasn't saying, oh, go bash them, go do negative. Like, I wasn't directing any type of hate towards you. So, like, I think if shade was, like, the worst thing I could have done, I feel like, I don't know, that's better. I don't know. Like, this video was literally about, like, my experience learning about trademark and finding that out and turning something that happened into something better, in my opinion, like, for making the best out of what situation you're in. But if you took it as shade, I'm sorry you took it as shade. I'm sorry if I threw shade at you. It wasn't my intention, but I think I can also express my frustration as well. And this is the last thing I'll say, because I'm not one to reheat stale nachos, but I would recommend just being careful or not saying Hot Girl Walk in general, because ever since that video came out, I had so many women message me and tell me about their own personal experience. There was a girl who had a playlist and it was called Hot Girl Walk, and they basically told her to take it down or rename it. It could be as little as a playlist or something even bigger. There was one instance with a local community and they had to take them to court. It was a whole cease and desist, and in order to settle in court, they could not talk about the situation. And there was another instance where a creator came out and said that basically they threatened to take her whole account down because...
Listen. I understand, even if you are a charity or a non-profit or something like this, you still have to make sure everything is done right to your standard. But, I mean, if you're making money from this, why not hire people? Why not have staff? I have people working for me who maybe you could expense a trip to wherever these people are, even by train if it takes a few days, expense a trip and say, I'm sending our representative over to you. They're going to bring, you know, flyers. They're going to have cars. Link it back to your social media. Truly make this a thing where people feel like they can be involved. You know, if somebody says Hot Girl Walk, I'm hosting a Hot Girl Walk, and you're like, oh, whoopsie, that's a trademark. Send them a link and say, this is trademarked. However, like I said, we would love to have you as an ambassador on this date. Here's a link to a sign-up sheet. We can book in a call. Let's set this up so it's like one of the best Hot Girl Walks in your area. Come on now. If I had a charity or a non-profit, or I was doing something for good, let's say dogs, because I love dogs. Let's say there was a Hot girls dog walk. Say I'm a hot gal. Hot girls dog walk. And I trademarked it, and I'm here in England, and then I noticed someone, let's say in Scotland, did a hot girls dog walk, and I was like, oh no, actually that's my charity, and the charity raises money for dogs in shelters, or it helps find dogs in shelters, finds homes, or dogs on kill lists find homes, right? That's something I'm very passionate about. I would love to spread the word as much as I can. If I see someone willing to host something 5 hours away, how far is Scotland? 5 hours away, I'm gonna be like, great. However, I have trademarked it, but I'll come and visit you. I know we're in England, and I'm in England, and Scotland isn't too far away, so it's a lot easier for me. But you know, or I'll send someone, or can we get on a call? What are your ideas? How are you gonna host it? How are you raising money? Because I'm assuming they raise money. What's the deal? How are we doing this together as part of a hot girls dog walk fandom? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm misunderstanding what hot girls walk is, but come on.
She had started like a playlist or some sort of like, I don't know, videos with terms on it, but I don't know. It is trademarked, so if you guys don't want to get in trouble, I would just recommend not even saying it all and risking it, unfortunately.
Are we talking playlist like on Spotify? Because that's crazy. That is crazy. So we're actually going to look at one of the people that, not just look at them, we're going to listen to one of the people that Mia has apparently targeted, Hot Girl Jess. And she is the one who had her playlist taken down. I'm very interested to see what this playlist is.
So my playlist called Hot Girl Walk got taken down by Spotify because Mia Lind, who's the creator of Hot Girl Walk, said that I was infringing on her trademark. I just want to start off by saying I genuinely had no idea that this was a trademarked thing.
See, this is what I mean. It's such a common term or phrase, hot girl something, that you wouldn't realize because it's a stupid trademark.
I thought saying Hot Girl Walk was just a trend on social media. I thought that Hot Girl Anything was just Meg the Stallion.
Literally.
So I genuinely had no idea when I made the playlist. I just made a playlist. I obviously appealed it because the reason I create playlists is because I'm an independent artist, and years ago I had major labels telling me that I needed bigger numbers. So this was just my way of trying to promote myself. I did hear back from Spotify yesterday. However, I decided to change the name of the playlist to Hot Girl Strut because I don't want any kind of issues. This was Spotify's response, so I clearly don't want to change it.
Okay, so she appealed against it. This is what Spotify said. Excuse me for the lean in. Thank you for contacting us. In order for us to continue with your appeal request, please reply to this email and include all of the following written statements. Oh, Jesus. 1. I state under penalty of perjury that I have good faith belief that the material in question was removed or disabled as a result or mistake of misinformation. No, misidentification. I consent to the jurisdiction of the Fed. Oh my God. Okay, this is too much. Imagine just making a playlist on Spotify and then suddenly someone's like, take it down unless you can prove in perjury or perjury that, you know, you're in conjunction with. I'll be like, no, you know what, fuck it, I'll change the name. It's not that deep. I'm just listening to it on my walk or on my work. That is crazy.
Back to Hot Girl Walk because she could come for me again. I genuinely have no idea. Also, Mia, this could have been a DM. This could have been an email. You could have just asked me to change the title of the playlist. Right. Because not only have you now affected me, but you've also affected the independent artists that I put in my profile. And I know that in your world, you probably think that everyone knows who you are, but I'm telling you that we don't.
I didn't know who she was before. And you know what? There's some people that seem like they do nice things just to be seen to be doing nice things. You know what I mean? There have been other victims of Maya, whoever, and her hot girl copyright takedowns, and she is not backing down on social media about it either. This phrase, hot girl something, if we're being real, doesn't belong to anyone. But if we're going to talk about who made it famous, it's Megan Thee Stallion, right? Trademarking a term or phrase is extreme. I blame TikTok for everyone's stupidity. No one should be able to own a phrase like that. Tell me what you think, though, because this is crazy. But listen, let's go to an attorney.
Stop telling people that they can't say hot girl walk in their social media posts. I'm Tammany. I'm an IP attorney with...
We've seen Tammany before. I think it was a jewelry situation, right? Was it? Oh, why am I so big in the corner of the screen? I think it was the caviar jewelry, I think.
With over 20 years of experience practicing law. And the videos on Hot Girl Walk are really just rage baiting everybody. Yes, the phrase hot girl walk is trademarked. Right now, it's trademarked in 2 classes of goods. One for entertainment and hosting events, and one for retail services.
Okay, fine. So like I said at the beginning, you can trademark it for specific things. But does it mean it's then, you know, protected against Spotify playlists and things like that? That doesn't make sense what I just said, but you know what I mean.
But it could be trademarked in every single class of goods, and it still couldn't be used to stop you from saying hot girl walk in your social media posts. That's because trademarks can only be used to stop a person from making a trademark use of the phrase. A trademark use of the phrase is a use to designate the source of goods or services. So if you're on social media and you're saying, come join me or see what I do on my hot girl walk or get ready with me for my hot girl walk, these registered trademarks don't stop you from doing that. They will stop you from hosting an event and calling it a hot girl walk.
Because she's trademarked it for events, right?
They will also stop you from putting up a website where you sell t-shirts and calling it hot girl walk.
Sure.
Questionable whether they could stop you from selling a t-shirt that says hot girl walk on it. Because there is an argument to be made that putting the phrase on the front of a t-shirt is not a trademark use when there is a different logo on the inside of the t-shirt, a tag, if you will, or a hang tag on the t-shirt that would indicate to consumers who made that t-shirt.
Law is so confusing.
In other words, the name on the hang tag designates the source of the t-shirt. Saying hot girl walk on the t-shirt is simply decorative.
Sure.
The other thing to note, because I am an attorney, I did look at the trademark records for this. These registrations were rejected a few times by the trademark office. And in that process, the owner of the trademark was required to disclaim girl and walk, which means if you want to host a walk, you can call it something else girl walk, and there's nothing hot girl walk can do about it. I saw a post on TikTok, which I thought was really smart, and a woman was hosting a walk, and she initially called it hot girl walk, and she was told she couldn't do that. So she called it high temperature girl walk. And I thought that was kind of brilliant. And if you are a person who has a business that relies on the phrase hot girl walk, you're going to want to have your lawyer look at the current pending applications for hot girl walk at the trademark office. There are 2 registrations currently, but there are a significant number of pending applications.
Wow.
And if you have been using hot girl walk for a period of time, you should talk to your lawyer about whether you actually have rights to hot girl walk in that class of goods and whether you should actually oppose any of these applications should they publish for opposition. I'm Tammany. I'm an IP attorney. I try to come on to TikTok and explain the nuance of the legal things that people are talking about. I saw Hot Girl Walk today and couldn't resist trying to help you guys understand the limits of the registration. But as always, if you have questions, drop me a comment.
She's so good at explaining stuff. Law can be very confusing. So she has trademarked the phrase hot girl walk for only specific things. So actually, the Spotify... Wait, does it count as entertainment? See? Confusing. Who comes up with these laws? Let me know your opinions down below. If you could trademark one thing, a phrase that you think you really own, what would it be? I'm gonna trademark listen. Listen. Or here's the deal. Or come on now. I'm gonna trademark all of it. Don't you ever say listen again in your life. Listen, girl, walk. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, hype the video, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.